Welcome to my wedding story. Today I'll be talking about how we met. Such an interesting story. Okay, so it happened that, you know, I used to have everything figured out in my head because, like so many of us, we thought life could happen by just planning things in our head. When I was in secondary school, I already planned out the age I was going to get married. You did it too. Don't lie, you did it. So I already had everything figured out in my head. I already told myself the course I was going to study, how I was going to work, at what age I was supposed to get married, and all of that. In my calculation, at 23 or latest 24, I was supposed to have gotten married. My dear, 23 pass, 24 pass, 25 pass. You think I'll keep saying? You want to guess my age? You cannot know it. Okay, so I am someone that does not do I don't know how to put it, but I don't like to date people for fun, like how everybody, you just meet people and then you date them so that you would know if they are the one, or something like that. For me, when a man approaches me, I just give them the banger. Do you want to marry me? And that actually scares a lot of men from me. I didn't know what I was doing to myself then, but in my head I'm like, if you don't want to marry me, why are you coming to me that you want to have anything to do with me? Because home training things. Okay, so I've always been like that. So when people approached me, the first question I will ask is this leading to marriage? Like, and people are not ready to, most men, especially when they are not ready to commit themselves, when they hear that kind of, you want to marry me, they take to their heels. So that has been the story in my life all the while. So people don't really stay, because once they come and I ask, "Shay, you want to marry?" Pew, you don't see them anymore. But then, shortly before I met my husband, I met someone who was interested in me, and I was happy that, okay, this should be the person. And then we kept hoping and praying that, okay, maybe things will happen. And something surprises me about him. Something used to surprise me about him, because it's now in the past. Each time I talk about marriage, the response he would give me is, we still need to be sure of things. And I'll be like, like, well, I'm not sure of things. Hey, he's like, no, he's going to go Hugo Haga again. And then it shall happen that way. It shall happen that way. Okay, so, but then I didn't want to be too pushy. At the same time, I was not so comfortable, because if at this point we are not sure of anything, I don't understand. But then there was a day, myself and this particular person were in the church, because it's my church person, our church brother. We were in the church. There was a rehearsal going on in my church. Abi church long whatever. There was a rehearsal going on. I'm also a member of the choir, in case you didn't know. I know music. So, and this guy, this supposed future husband, pointed at someone and said, what will you do if this person approaches you that God said he will be your husband? And I'm like, the last time I checked, you're supposed to be the person that is supposed to come and be my husband, and you're using your same mouth to say, if I felt men are supposed to be protective of whatever is theirs, and this person saying this kind of a thing, I'm like, girl, this one, he is strong. But then I told him that, well, I don't think something like that will happen, because this person you're pointing at should be, by my own mental calculation, should be at the verge of getting married. So Kolewek. And then that was just the it was not really a serious discussion. It was just like a play thing. My dear brothers and sisters in the Lord, this person that is supposed to be my, are you following? That is supposed to be my husband is pointing to, have I lost you? don't lose, calm down. Happened to be Mr. Longe. If you don't know Mr. Longe, you're on the long team. Okay, so shortly after that, it was my birthday, and many people called me to wish me happy birthday. People sent texts, people put my picture up on their status and all of that. Sort of the many people that called to wish me happy birthday was Mr. Longe. And prior to this time, Mr. Longe and I never really talked. In fact, I'm not even sure we had talked before. We just both know that we are in the choir, and of course we belong to a choir group, which is one of the admins. So of course he had my phone number, and I had his phone number too at that time. So he called me, and I was like, hey, what do we hold this August call? Oh, that's, hey, I used to look at him like someone up there, like, the Hagbalagba people are calling somebody like us, but let's just be humble and take the call. So I took the call, and he goes like, happy birthday, Kiniko, you know all those things, LLNMP, GOAT, COY, or Rishi something. And then he wished me happy birthday. Thank you, sir. We are appreciating you. We thank you. God bless you. And I told him that I'm surprised you called. Like, he has never really called me. Girl, what's going on? Oh. I didn't say that, but I just told him I was surprised to receive his call, and I really appreciated it. And then I now said, I can't remember how it went, but I think I said something like, I can be very playful. Like, I can be very playful. I think I said something like, what do we hold this August call? Abi, you want to take us out? Now said that that doesn't mind do that. He will take me out for boya lunch near the evening food. I can't even remember. Okay, I started picturing in my head which dress I'm going to rock, which shoe I'm going to put on. But then my birthday was on I can't remember, it was on a weekday, and we were preparing for a concert at that time. So I was supposed to go to practice on Friday. We do our rehearsals every Friday. And I had prepared my mind that somebody was going to take me out for meal. That's how Mr. Longe did not call back again. In my head, I'm like, what happened? But then I wasn't bothered. It's not like an entitlement. He probably forgot or whatever. I didn't even think about it. But the next time I now went for rehearsals in church, and I saw him, he now greeted me. He now said, Auntie birthday. Oh, I remember. Prior to that time, he used to just tease me, like it is then. I was just learning how to sew. I used to make Ankara bags, Ankara shoes, Ankara everything. Mister, we now rock everything together. We now do combination. So he used to, just tease me and pass like, until you need to match him, I'm fine. I'll be like, just that. So rewind back, I'll be reverse forward. Then we now got to rehearsal that day, and then after the practice, our parts now jam, like our road cross each other. And I say, Auntie only birthday, Emma cool birthday, and but I promise and fail. Shebi, you promised you were going to carry me to go and chop. He now said, that I should not be angry with that. He actually, got lost in the middle of work, that he was supposed to have called. Okay, Isha apologized, and I said, okay, no wala. He now said, boya, we should go and see one film together. Have never entered a cinema in my life. Have never entered a cinema in my life. Who would say no to that kind of offer? So I accepted the she did I don't know, but I shall follow him to go and see a movie. And coincidentally, the movie we saw was My Husband and Wife. Maybe My Husband and Wife. The title of the movie was My Husband and I. My Wife and I, something like that. a movie by Omoni Oboli and Ramsey Noah. That was what we saw. But after the movie, he now went to drop me at my place of destination. So at the point of dropping me, we just stayed back in the car to have some gist, general gist about life. And then as we were gisting, the gist now got to a woman that has a set of twins, a boy and a girl. So as we're talking about that woman, like, and I'm someone that right from childhood, I had always wanted twins. Like I've always loved twins. I love twins like Kilo Day. I wish I was a twin, but I didn't create myself. But then I'd always wished in my heart that I wish I could give birth to twins. I didn't know that Mr. Longer is that kind of a person. So when we got to that point during the gist about the twins, I was like, okay. So I was like, like that woman has a set of twins, a boy and a girl, and he goes, nice, and I love twins, but if I was going to have twins and I could choose, I would have preferred 2 boys or 2 girls, because that's the sweetness about twins. If they are same sex, they look alike, they are fine, they are rocking the same. He painted that picture, like, wow, seriously. But then for me, whether they are 2 boys, no, I didn't want 2 boys, because even 1 boy, those people that train boys, I salute you. I cannot come and gift myself 2 boys, Kilode. So I told him that, well, for me, I love twins too, but it is either a boy and a girl or 2 girls. It was not like, no, when a boy and girl, like a boy and a girl, they don't really get to look alike very well. Like either 2 boys and I'm like, brother, come. It's not like you're having these twins for me and I'm having these twins for you. We're having our twins separate. Why are we even arguing in the first place? And he now said, that Shebi, you guys now you used to talk that thing. That he actually has the intention of do you understand? And I'm like, wait though. I was shocked, because when guys meet you up for a relationship, they actually just want to have a relationship with you, and then from there see where it would lead to. This is someone we did not like we have never talked. Somebody that doesn't really know me, I don't really know him, and don't mind that boya shoemaker be cobbler that is passing. Let him just carry his noise and pass first. So I was surprised that someone we have never really, someone that doesn't really know me is meeting me for the first time and is talking about wanting to marry me. I was shocked, but then I didn't give him a response. I just went in with that shockness inside of me. And then, my dear Shebi, you have know how the story ends now. The rest they say is history. So in my subsequent videos, I'll be talking about the planning and preparation process for the wedding. I hope you come along with me, and I hope you enjoy this particular video. Thank you, and I'll see you in my next video tomorrow.